Alright, so upon our bee inspections today for winter, getting ready for winter, we had discovered that one of the hives was infested really bad with both hive beetles, larvae, and wax moth larvae. Just so infested, so bad that I'm not going to try to salvage anything. I will keep the woodware because it's not American foul brood or any disease. I do have a queen cage ready in case I find a good viable queen that I might want to save. Where'd the bottom go?
Hold it right there. Don't move it.
We are going to try to give you a good example of why we're going to the extreme of burning the hive.
Make sure I'm all zipped up.
We breed a lot of queens. We have, our yard is full of nothing but Saskatraz. In the beginning of the year, starting early in February, end of February or March, we make a queenless hive with no eggs, no hope of making a queen. We allow that hive to go strictly to drone laying because we would like that. We would like to have about 3 hives in our yard that are 30 to 70% drones. Just what you would call devastating, but we need that for our breeding areas for our queens to get mated with Saskatrazes. With that being said, all 3 of those hives, we removed the drone brood and the drones. We kicked them out ourselves maybe a month ago, and we re-queened the hive, and they're all doing excellent. Just inspected them today. They're doing beautiful. We'll winter fine, and they're back to normal hive. This year we probably bred a few hundred queens and probably 50, 70 nuke packages. Next year we're going to ramp that up. So as you can see, there's some hive beetles here. I will save the woodware. That is right in the corner there. That is a moth, wax moth larva. Where'd the hive tool go? Oh, you got it? Thanks. Kill that moth on the top right there. Look at how infected that hive is. It's just infested. Do you see that?
Take off that top real quick. Don't let any of it drip on the ground.
We're going to scrape it right over here and dump all this in the fire. Now I expect this hive is going to get real pissy because of the time of the day. I'm not sure there was anything in here but robbers, but there may have been. You recording? I had a different hive tool. I had the other hive tool that had the hook. I carried it over. Go look for the other hive tool with the hook. Look at how infested that hive is. I am not saving nothing. This hive is getting burned. Look down in here. This is just devastated. It's a shame that it went like this. I think what caused it is it was a weak hive. We forgot to put a frame in there. They drew out their own frame in the middle of it, and it is just infested. Have a look at that.
Yeah, just toss it quick.
Devastated, devastated. Oh my goodness. It is a shame.
I'm telling you, you aren't finding her.
Oh, she's not
wait.
in there.
No,
Wait.
that's a drone.
No.
We messed up with the drone. Toss it.
If you could, start putting some more of that side wood up on it. Maybe put a few more really dead pieces on that. This is definitely sad, but I have to protect the rest of my bee yard. These poor bees.
She's not there.
Look at the little larva, that's the hive beetle larva down here in the corner. Down here in the corner. Those are hive beetles. Look at the wax moths, the larva that is right here. That's wax. Look at the wax moth larva. We're going to take back control of this hive by getting rid of it. Would you look at that? Just devastated. These poor bees.
I'll have to slow down for a minute.
Devastated. When I opened up the hive, I could tell right away by the smell of the hive. Yeah, these bees are not going to be getting crazy, don't you agree? I'm taking off my suit. The bees seem like they're going to be cooperative with our eviction of the bugs and infestation. Just too hot with the fire and everything going on. Now every other hive in our yard was fine. This was sitting on a rack with 5 hives. It was very close to, it was right in the middle. It was very close to all these other hives. And very, very safe. It didn't spread to the other hives.
No, you just get close. Watch it, that picture. Look at that picture. It's amazing. Don't ever zoom in.
I'm almost thinking that this may have been one of my droned hives that I requeened to come back, and it was one of the 3 that I had that didn't do well. It just didn't. The other ones, I evicted the drones, use a queen excluder, dump them through another box, and then roll off with the hand and try to kill and evict most of the drones, and then requeen it. I do pull away a lot of the drone cells, because once they've enlarged them for drones, they will not use those for normal brood. Alright, here you go. I'm going to start loading some more on there. That's only in case. You don't need it right now, do you?
Oh no, if you circle that around, that just allows it to be sure that nothing's going to happen. Wow, yeah,
I can't stress, if you open up your hives and you find one infested like this, I burnt the first hive, and the only other hive I've ever had to burn was infested really bad with just hive beetle and hive beetle larvae, and that was last year, and I had to protect the rest of my yard, and I just burned the hive. Look at that. Look at that. That is devastating. Just devastating. I will save the woodware once again because it was not American foul brood. I will pressure wash it with plain water. I'll seal it up in oxalic acid, just the woodware empty. Look at that. That is just sad. Wax moths combined with hive beetles, they are devastating. Devastating. Yeah, I'm positive with the amount of drones that I'm seeing here. I must not have done a good job of evicting the drones when I was converting it back to a healthy hive after using it for a mating hive.
That's a good amount of honey too. That's just bad. To be honest, they're probably thanking us for doing this. That's why they're probably not attacking. Wow, that frame wasn't even touched.
That's all right. It's still going in the trash. Look, look, look. Look at the wax moth. Make sure that one doesn't make it out of the fire and over to another hive. That looked like the size of it was a drone. I would be willing to bet you that my evicting the drones and requeening the hive to take back control of it after using it for an excessively droned hive for my mating areas, that either the requeening or the eviction of the drones didn't work well, but out of 3 hives I saved 2. And a weak hive with excessive space is nothing but a problem for hive beetles and wax moths. You could not see them anywhere in your whole entire yard, but give it 1 weak hive and all of a sudden they show up.
Make sure there's just nothing up there. To be honest, we didn't even need the smoker. Drinkable.
What's in it?
It looks like just a bunch of dirt shit.
Oh, look, we can make s'mores.
Oh, that'd be too good over that fire. Wow, that's still hot too.
Once again, I cannot emphasize enough, if you feel like you have a diseased hive or an overinfestation of either wax moths or hive beetles, or in this case, a combination of them both, please just protect the rest of your bee yard and get rid of it.
It only takes an hour to do so.
We have buckets of water on hand. We've wet a circle around the grass. We don't want any of the underlying dry stuff to spread around and start a fire. You see it's doing it a little bit, but we have a nice creek right here to supply us with all the buckets of water that we need. Also, I will go on record as saying that if you look at the bee yard, the chickens really help keep the hive beetles at bay and other bugs. But this crick, I think I'm made a bad choice. I've done good here for 3 years, but I'm going to be moving my bee apiary. We're going to be buying a farm, expanding and moving the bee apiary. I would suggest that if you have a creek on your property, please keep your apiary at least 70 to 75, 100 yards away from the creek. I think this creek is what's breeding all these problems. I'm not having a lot of the problems, few hive beetles in a few hives, and in 3 years I've had to burn 2 hives, so I don't think I'm doing too bad, but I'm attributing it to the creek, the raise of water during the raid, and the somewhat flooding. We used to have a big garden in here where you see it all growing in and fenced in. We had to quit planting the garden and raise up the hives because we get water to come over this bank every year now for the last 3 years. All right.
He said let's get more on there.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, get what?
He said let's throw a few more on there. It's starting to die down.
We don't want to miss this guy.
Right there's one. Check that out. Right in the honey.
Oh, that one stung me in the finger. I don't even feel it. I could just tell that she was stuck to the finger. Just devastating. I'm sure the queen was a failure, and I probably should have given it a better check. Where's your long stick? You had too many pointing up. Can you flatten some of that down and put that up there? Look at the hive beetles. It's getting a little dark now. It's hard to film this, but we'll get it done quick and wrap up the video. Just look at that devastation. I'm positive. Look at all the drones. They should have been kicked out by now. This requeening didn't take place, and next year I will make sure that my drone mating hives are better maintained and better checked on instead of being so confident in my work.
You probably get another one up there.
Now, I will tell you that I've been watching a Canadian beekeeper blog on YouTube, and I'm just totally impressed with some of this guy's work. I'm pretty good at what I do, and most of what I've learned started keeping bees just 4 or 5 years ago. Everything that I've learned has been from YouTube, Google, online. We're very, very successful at breeding queens, mating queens. Next year we're going to be getting into the artificial insemination and try to step up our game on our queen breeding. And
I would wait a few minutes to put more on.
we probably won't have much of this problem because I won't be making so many hives overrun with drones so that my queens are getting mated with my breed of queen stock. So with that being said, that should eliminate some of this problem, and I can go more for honey production on some hives and breeding the queens differently than, you know, sacrificing hives through the season and overrunning them with drones on purpose. Alright, I'm going to get the rest of these on there. This is burning pretty good.
Wow. That fire is just insane.
Oh, what a shame. It's an entirely full and capped frame of honey, but she has to go. I'm almost done, Princess.
It's still recording.
No, I wouldn't eat anything off of that fire. Look at the honey just dripping off of this frame. Ah, what a shame. But you know, we're protecting the rest of our bee yard through the fall and winter by doing this.
Hurry up with that one. Start a bunch of bees on.
Alright, come on. Come on. I said stop. Off the bridge. Go to the other side of the bridge. No.
You're getting too close to the wall. You got it?
Now that wood wear is going to be perfectly fine. We'll high pressure wash it off and put it right back into service next year. Thanks guys for watching our video. Please like and subscribe. Many more videos to come. I have a very good friend Jim who will tell you that we excel in trying to keep our bees as comfortable and happy and as pleased as we can. We have very docile bees. We usually never smoke them. Rarely do we have to wear protective gear, but we do because there's no point in getting stung in the head, forehead, and in that area. It really hurts. With that being said, like and subscribe. Any queens or packages of bees you need, Jim can vouch for the quality of the bees. We strive to maintain healthy, happy bees. When we run into a problem, we correct it right away, no matter how drastic the measures may need to be. Thank you all and have a good evening.